Yeah, that was easier than I thought. So now I have reason to believe that something bad is gonna happen because this is going way too easy. Okay, YouTube. I'm gonna attempt to put my fenders on my car. I got two fronts over here. Then I got two rear fenders over here. I kind of test fit the fronts last week or a couple weeks ago, and I'm gonna need to do some adjusting, but I mean, it is what it is. We're gonna have that on everything basically, but I'm probably gonna start with the rears first and see how those go. I am fastening them with M6 hardware. I got a riv nut tool, so I'm going to be using that instead of like nuts and bolts or anything like that, or rivets, just in case if I have to take everything off. It's going to be a lot easier than drilling out rivets and all that stuff. I did get a bunch of different sizes, and that's not because I'm planning to run into issues. This is just what the hardware store had. I didn't really think of ordering any type of hardware for this. I thought that a local hardware store would have it, and then they did, but they didn't have a bunch of one size. So I'm gonna start working on that, and then we'll see how far I get. Okay, so I went and did some math here. Just held the tape measure up to the ends here, and I kind of spaced everything out equally. I think I'm gonna go with hardware that's 8 inches apart and see how that goes. I think I'm gonna start at this point here. See that? So I got little pencil marks there, there. You know, it just goes all the way down, and then I kind of spaced these evenly here. So there's gonna be one here, another there. There. There's gonna be two more here and here. So I think I'm gonna start at this point. I'm gonna drill my hole. I'm gonna get a riv nut in there, and I'm gonna start bolting it down. And I'm gonna just work my way over and see, you know, if I need to adjust. If I need to adjust anything, like space-wise, I can do that as I'm going on. I also didn't want to. I'm not gonna put anything on the back of this, because I may cut that off. I may try and follow this line and just kind of shave that and see if I can make it better. I don't know. I don't know if I like this yet. I don't know if I like that, because when you put it against the car, it's, I don't know, it's weird. So I'll bolt it on there, and then I'll probably just never do it because I'm lazy. But yeah, I'm gonna try, and I'm gonna start drilling. I'm gonna drill one hole, see where I end up on the body, then I'll drill into that, put a rib nut in, then hardware, and see if we can get it all figured out. So I got the driver's side rear fender on, and it took a while. It took me about 4 hours. Anybody that's ever installed any sort of fiberglass parts know that it's never gonna 100% attach to your car. Everything is gonna be warped, and you're gonna have to maneuver it and figure everything out. But started from one end, and I worked my way to the other side, and I did a couple bolts and I drilled them through the car, put the riv nuts in, and then I installed those, got everything tight, and then I moved on to the next two, got that tight, and moved on to the next two, and then so on and so forth. The biggest thing was these here, the riv nuts on here, because the car curves and this is kind of flat, so the angle was wrong. So I used my actual riv nut tool, screwed it on there fully, and then I bent it all up to try and get everything to seat perfect. Otherwise the bolts wouldn't sit flush on the car. But yeah, that's it for this side. I don't know if I'm going to do the passenger side rear or if I should move on to the front fenders. But yeah, doesn't look too bad. So I did the front fender. I didn't videotape any of it. I was just kind of trying to see if I could get it kind of anchored on there, and I ended up just knocking it out. But there's a lot of body work that has to do in between this fender and the door. I'm going to make these holes bigger so I can like move and adjust the actual fender. I'm assuming I'm gonna have to do a lot of that once I actually put the hood on. But yeah, it's on. It's not going anywhere. It's pretty sturdy. So on to the next side. So I'm getting this 2 steps forward, 1 step back process. I've had to drill out 3 riv nuts so far because I don't know if I'm over tightening them. I'm kind of using this, but I'm not tightening it. I'm just kind of snugging everything up very lightly, and everything is just binding up. So I had to drill this one out, I had to drill this one out, and I had to drill this one out. I replaced this one, I gotta replace that one, I gotta replace this one. I keep snapping bolts. I don't know why, but I guess I'm just gonna have to kind of slow down and see if I can get it figured out. I don't have that much left, so these are all the ones I have left. But that should make it for the rest of the car. If I have to go out and get more, then I have to go out and get more. Alright, so I got the rear all done. I decided to just tack weld the rest of the riv nuts in. There's literally only 5 left, so there is 1 left on this one, and then I got 4 attaching this front fender. So I just tack welded them in there, just waiting for everything to cool. Then I'll get the front on. Hopefully it lines up pretty well. I'm not really too optimistic about it as fiberglass parts, and we'll see how it goes. And I totally forgot to kind of record what I was doing there, but yeah, I got everything back on. Needs a lot of tweaking, like these front fenders, like this fitment right here, this bumper's not fully on yet, but like the fitment right there kind of shitty. But then if you fix this gap and make it look nice, then the gap between the fender and door gets off. So like for this isn't too bad, but if you look at the door, like the gap, like it's just terrible. So it's gonna be a lot more tweaking. I just wanted to get everything on the car, but it doesn't look too bad. Kind of like it. I just need to get a few more things figured out, and then yeah, I can get it driving.